It's the weekend. It's Mailbag. I am joined by Matt, Mike, and Keith. First up, before we go, lads, how's the wind?
Windy,
very, very,
yeah. So, I mean, to be honest, we live within about 10 miles of each other, so it's probably going to be the same. We'll get into the hot topics.
And do you know what? I'm really glad that everyone left that horrible bit of silence there, because talking about weather is fucking boring.
You're going to love one of the questions.
Yeah, you are going to love one of the questions.
Just boring, isn't it? Like,
okay. What do you want me to start with then? I'll start with something. I was going to start with the machinery meter, but...
You've also made it now so that they can't edit out that horrible bit of silence, and it's going to be there forever and ever and ever.
I'm used to dead air anyway. Anyone who listens to Mailbag is used to dead air, so it's fine.
And dead air is a capital sin, as we all know. What would I rather you started talking about? Is that your question? What did you have for your tea, Leslie?
I haven't had my tea yet.
I haven't had your tea yet. I haven't even had his tea.
5:30.
Hasn't even had his tea.
That's a question coming up later.
There you go.
Vicky asked that.
And then there's Matt giving the game away about what time the things are being recorded. That's ridiculous. You never, that's showing people how the sausage is made.
Should we just dive straight into tea chat first and then do the hot topics?
If you want.
Look how annoyed that's made, Les, there.
Hasn't that?
Oh my God.
I am not bothered at all.
We've absolutely destroyed the structure of Mailbag within 2
talk about
minutes.
Whatever you like.
This is the reason that us three haven't been on the pod together in about 2 years.
I'm just here to facilitate the conversation.
Michael and I have rum, so
if you want to go straight into tea chat, go for it, man.
What are you having for your tea?
Pizza.
What type of pizza?
Probably Pizza Hut.
Well,
it's Pizza Hut or Domino's. So.
Do you at Pizza Hut? Do you get onto the £5 favourites menu?
I haven't.
Right. So you get a medium pizza. There's like 4 or 5 of them that you can choose from. There's medium pizza for £5, a chicken side for £5, a cheese bite side for £5, desserts for £5. You can put together a pretty substantial Pizza Hut meal for like 15 quid.
You can. But
get on it.
We can all agree that Pizza Hut is the best of the Domino's, Papa John's, Pizza Hut area, isn't it? It's just the best one. It's nice. That's sort of like garlicky, dusty dough on the
bit on the crust. Yes,
good gear.
That's where it's at.
But you know what? If you said to me now, and I think this might be an age thing. I think if you said to me now, I'm gonna have pizza for tea, and someone went, "We're gonna have pizza," I'd be like, "Eh." And someone went, "We're gonna have an Asda pizza," I'd be all over it.
Asda pizzas are elite.
Love an Asda pizza. I will not have Asda pizza slander.
Amazing pizzas.
Yeah.
So in
see the Asda pizza my dad turns up with, it's like a mound.
I love it. I love it. So in related news, I'm gonna try and see if I can go and get an Asda pizza, because now I've got it in my brain just from this.
I think you should. I think I'm gonna have pizza as well tonight.
You have pizza.
The thing with Asda pizza is you've got to have loads of toppings on them.
Oh yeah, it's got to be obscene. It's got to be ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going out drinking, and I'm going to the merchant, and the merchant sells pizza by the slice, which is ideal for while you're out.
Why are you going to the merchant for an evening of drinking?
Just because that's the starting point.
Oh, okay. Who are you going drinking with?
I'm going drinking with a new friend.
With a new friend.
With a new friend.
Oh wow! Can I learn more about
Thanks for bringing that up.
That's okay.
Yeah, we're going drinking with a new friend.
With a new friend? Wow.
Yeah.
Lovely. I hope you have a nice time with the new friend.
I hope I have a lovely time.
That's good.
With pizza and beverages.
Good pizza as well. Gallagher's in Birkenhead. Good beer and good pizzas.
I don't know what that is.
I've ever been.
It's just by Hamilton Square, so not too far from Liverpool for you.
I mean, it's still too far.
You would technically, for those two, they would have to come past Rudy's to get there, and it would just be pointless because we all know Rudy's is the king of pizza.
To be fair, I've just realised that Pitfire Pizza is on my road, on Eggborough Road, which is a very, very lovely pizza place. I might get some pizza from there, which I still think it's better than Rudy's. Like for Neapolitan pizza, I think it's better.
I agree.
I actually saw the menu for that. The Crafty Swine, the Crafty Pig.
Yes.
That new one on Smithdown, and they have a pepperoni with Nduja sausage and chili honey drizzle, which just sounds
good.
outrageous.
With that.
So at some point, I'm going to go over there and I'm going to get that in and around my face.
Nice. But not tonight because you're going out with a new friend.
We're going on to hot topics then.
No, let's talk about something else.
No, we're going on hot topics. Listen, bollocks. It's my show. We're going on hot topics. Because it's the Winter Olympics. What's the best winter sport?
I like it when they do the snowboarding around the track. That's good. That's a good laugh. Do you know when there's like 4 of them and it looks like the Kentucky Derby or whatever? Like, yeah.
Yes, they all start in the gate, and then they basically it's like who
Just
doesn't
bashing
fall
each
over.
other.
Yeah, I'm into that.
Yeah, it's good fun. It's like the they had the mountain biking or whatever in the Olympics, didn't they, last time? And that was great fun.
And it is. I think you should be allowed to take people out. You know, like that video that was doing the rounds of the halftime
with
event at Sunderland, where he legs the Plymouth fan up and then just runs on and scores. I think that's great. I'm all up for shithousing. My favourite Winter Olympic sport is curling, because it has absolutely no right to be as exciting as it is, but it is brilliant. It is absolutely captivating. And it's probably the only one in the whole of the Winter Olympics that doesn't come under either get down a hill fast or knife feet. Yeah. Every Winter Olympic sport is a variation of get downhill fast or knife feet.
What about cross-country skiing?
Knife feet, just long knives, long butter knives.
No, get to absolute buggering and back.
Cross-country skiing is getting down the hill fast.
It's not.
On skis.
It's not hill. The whole point is cross-country. Cross is a cross.
Cross-country fast.
Yeah, but there must be a slight downward slope.
There are some downhill sections.
It would no, sorry.
Uphill, some downhill.
Otherwise, it wouldn't go. They haven't got a
jetpack. It's a variation of.
It would be called down country skiing if it was downhill.
Nothing's called down country anything.
It's got to be downhill. How did they go otherwise?
Is cross-country running down hills? No, it's not.
It's down some hills.
Well, yeah, but sometimes it's
down some others. It's not all uphill.
It's not. But
so
it is all.
So cross-country skiing is a variation of get downhill fast.
No, it isn't. Absolutely is not.
In the curling,
must be at different altitudes.
In the curling, do you reckon anyone wants to be the brusher? A key to it, but do you reckon that's like chucking?
I've actually played curling before.
Okay.
I've played curling before.
Were you the brusher?
Let's go into this. Let's unwrap this. How did this come about?
I was on a skiing trip with friends and we could go and do a bit of curling, and we did. And I've got to tell you, it's one of the hardest sports I've ever played in my life. Like, not a single person managed to land one of the stones in anywhere near the zone. It would always just go miles too far or nowhere near enough, because they are like them, like lanes are gigantic. Like they're proper. It's not like a 10-15 yard thing. They are massive. Like it's a proper hard game of skill. But you know, the brushing is a lot of fun until you fall over, because it's hard, because you got to keep going backwards like constantly. And anyone who tries walking backwards on ice, it's hard craft.
Matt, what's your favourite winter sport?
Oh, it's ice hockey. No question. Just fellas just skating around, skating backwards, just twatting into each other, and occasionally putting a big, thick rubber disc into a little tiny net with a giant fella stood in front of it, somehow not blocking it. It's just brilliant.
It's vastly, vastly overrated, that. Because you think, watching it, you go, yeah, that'll be good fun. It'll just be a load of fellas like hitting a stick dead hard and, having a fight.
Did you not have ice hockey on your ski holidays?
No, we didn't get invited to them ones. No, unfortunately.
Call him a Tory boy. Go on. You know you want it.
He's there skiing, like pushing these little stones around, and some big, massive twat called Lars just throws them up against some perspex.
Do you remember Ski Sunday? Do you remember the theme from Ski Sunday?
Yes, it's a brilliant theme.
That was a great sports theme.
I used to like watching Ski Sunday.
It's good.
I'm going to save that for next week's mailbag. That's my question for next week's mailbag.
Okay.
Boxed off.
Do you like Ski Sunday?
Do you
Okay.
remember skis?
It's a
Great.
fair
So
question.
basically, you're doing pizza K bits now.
What was that all about?
Who remembers Ski Sunday?
The one I thought of was the
No.
luge doubles.
Was what?
The luge doubles.
Oh,
Skeletons, where there's two of them.
and they're on like a bacon tray.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because it looks like it was invented like a dare.
yeah. It's good gear. I
So
like
good.
that.
Why don't you go on as well? All right.
Yeah. Bob, do you know I'm not? Do you know the whole bobsleighing thing? Nah, I'm not having that. You're in like a big car. Nah.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna do it, go full on and do the skeleton where you are literally just on like front. Which one is it? Luge where you're on your back and skeleton where you're on your front facing
I
forward.
think so, yeah.
Yeah, do skeleton because if you're gonna go out in like a fiery inferno, then at least do it with bells on. Yeah.
Smashing your face into the ice at 300 mile an hour.
Exactly.
I'm into it. It's a vibe.
Next question. Strangest non-Everton signing. This is to do with Umani. I signed for Burton Albion, by the way. So
I'm really happy for him because he is.
I'm
now
always
in
happy for Nias.
He's now in gainful employment, and Ronald Koeman isn't. So he's won.
He never lost.
He played the long game.
Like, at what point did the fella lose?
I mean,
He's got the footballing talent of a sponge. Like,
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he deserved to be constructively dismissed.
I mean, he wasn't though, was he?
that was workplace harassment. Let's be honest.
Like people
It was,
properly,
it was.
people properly go on.
In any
about
other
the locker
job,
thing.
Koeman would have been up before a tribunal
Oh
for
my god!
attempted constructive dismissal with racial aggravation. Probably.
Hang on, that's getting edited out straight away.
I mean, Nias was shite. Let's not beat about the bush. He was horrendous. But Koeman did fully just come in and go, right, I'm going to bully you until you leave.
I mean, he just said, like, you're not playing for Everton and we're going to take your locker away because you're not really a footballer.
It was the taking his locker away thing that was...
People go on about that as if...
The man had a contract.
As if he had both of his legs broken. Like, I'm sorry. He
I mean...
probably didn't use his locker. Like, what was he using it for?
You've not got a locker, but you've still got your 30 grand a week. Oh,
Yeah.
So can I have me locker instead?
Oh, yeah.
Still deserves to be treated like a human.
He
He
does.
was. Just a human with no locker.
With 30 grand a week or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Anyway, what was the strangest non-Everton signing?
Um,
I've got a couple here. So Jonathan said the strangest non-Everton signing is Brantwaite to Barca. And he said not an actual signing, but Big Red trying to sign a player who wasn't real from Sky One's Dream Team.
Didier Baptiste.
Didier
That was
Baptiste.
incredible. God bless Gerard Houllier, rest his soul.
I've got one. That fella who used to present Coast going to GB News. That was a mad signing. That
Have you seen his meltdown he's had today about the
Yes.
weather?
And
that's
Neil
what
Oliver.
made me think of it.
He's a strange chap, him.
'Cause I never would have had him down as a mad fella, but he is a mad fella.
No, he outed himself badly during the Scottish independence referendum as
I didn't pay
a
attention
bit of
to
a
that.
loon. So, I mean, if you'd paid attention to current events, you would have known this would not have come as a shock to you. Also, like that neckerchief that he wears,
He's
like,
always wearing the neckerchief. Yeah, that's a big red flag.
Picking a fight with the weather is quite rum, isn't it?
yeah.
It's the actual embodiment of old man yells at cloud, innit?
It is proper King Canute behaviour, isn't it?
Yeah.
Strong King Canute energy.
But yeah, that was a mad signing, I think, because I never would have had that one down as him being an absolute maddie.
So I've got two examples, but three players. So the first one is when Claudio Caniggia and Fabrizio Ravanelli signed for Dundee, which was some just absolutely blatant money laundering going on.
That must have been
And to
terrible
be
for you.
fair, they teared it up for a wee bit, and then Dundee went financially ruined like 3 times in the space of 10 years, which was spectacular to watch as a Dundee United fan. The other example is not a signing as a player, but actually he might have played. Do you remember when Edgar Davids ended up at Barnet?
Yes. Player manager, wasn't he? Yeah.
That was scatty. Because they weren't even a championship side. They were like a League Two team. And he just rocked up there, played for a little bit, managed for a little bit, and then fucked off again. And I don't think anyone's seen him since.
Yeah.
He's still living in Barnet.
What was it?
He's trapped in Barnet. he's in the Holiday Inn in Barnet with his big plate.
It's the final scene from The Wicker Man, just over and over.
Matt? Oh, Keith, you've got another one, or was that it?
That was it. No, so there was Kanija and Ravanelli.
Of course, yeah.
Dundee, and then Edgar Davids at Barnet.
Matt?
I think it's hard to see past Dale Jennings for this one, isn't it? Like that whole thing was
Bayern
just,
Munich.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it basically ruined his life as well. It was just the most surreal thing. Like it wasn't even like was he even on like loads of radars? You know, you have these players in like the lower leagues and they're talked about for years and years, like Jordan Rhodes and Will Hughes and stuff like that. Was he even on one of them radars, or was it just like one day they just turned around and went, "Oh, we'll have him, yeah"?
Yeah,
Seems like, because the fact that he wasn't on Everton and Liverpool's radar, but was playing for Tranmere.
Yeah. It seems like someone just had a bit of a bevy, went on Football Manager,
Yeah.
and like just sat there, and just like, oh yeah, let's just get him. Maybe it was like a bet. Maybe it was like trading places. It was like two of the executives just having a bet for like one Deutschmark.
That probably makes sense out of anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or euros now, isn't it?
Lombardo.
What about Paul Hollywood signing for the Channel 4 Bake Off?
Hollywood.
Well, yeah, obviously, but like it's
Cop
one
I
of them
won.
where I wouldn't even have it down as a weird one. It was one of them where it was absolutely nailed on, but still quite weird because like the way that the entire show transitioned from being the BBC One version to the Channel 4 version, but you still had this big fat orange mainstay in the middle with a goatee who was like the elephant's fart in a room of just reminding you of what was before the adverts. That was weird.
Fair shout.
Do you want any football stuff or is that okay?
It's up to you. I've got
Oh.
Lombardo from Pat to Palace, which was odd. What wasn't scoring on his debut at Everton as they beat us 2-1.
Yeah.
That was
Pretty much nailed on that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Have you got a football one, or we'll talk on Twitter beef from in the week?
I'll be honest with you. It hasn't even crossed my mind.
That's
Like,
fine.
I saw that question and I went straight to TV.
Exactly. Well, that was good because we need stuff like that.
This is Mailbag,
We just get lost in red hot soccer chat.
home of expressive creativity.
Exactly. Safe space for anything. Keith,
And tea.
come on. Mike asked, where do you think Phil and Chloe are? And Ellie asked, thoughts on Chloe, Phil, and Tia saga. So can you just explain for anyone who's not seen this on quickly what it's about and what your thoughts are on it? And bear in mind, Matt Jones might edit bits of this. So
I reckon Matt's going to edit all of this out.
Yeah, none of this is making it in.
None of this is making it in.
So this is at this point, like Matt. So
Just
here's your
don't
point
waste
now.
time.
Here's your point now. At which after this point, yeah, just find it whenever. So we're now just gonna say pretty much all of it with no filter, and you just get rid of it all. There you go.
We're going to enjoy it.
Matt's away on a stag do.
Oh my god, he is as well. This is all getting in.
So
I was about to say,
Excellent.
Keith, you're going to end your explanation with covered in piss. And that's the point.
I mean, what Phil and Chloe get up to in their own time is up to them, like entirely. But so essentially, this came from a tweet that appeared on timelines as retweets, and obviously it garnered a bit of attention. A young lady in Nottingham called Tia tweeted something along the lines of, "Shit when you find out that your dad is seeing your best friend." And it just heavily snowballed from there. So for context, Tia and Chloe, who the best friend is, are 21-year-old girls. The dad is Phil, who's a 40-year-old man. And it turns out that Phil's been goosing Chloe. And
Goosing's
Tia,
a great word.
Goosing's a great word. I love goosing. I think it's just such a lovely word.
Well, next week I'm just going to clip that little bit of Keith going, "I love goosing," and that will be me.
I think that should be opener when you go for a drink with your friend tonight.
Yeah.
Excellent. I love goosing.
I love goosing. Hello, my
I'm
name's
not
Keith.
gonna open
I love
with that.
goosing.
I'm not going to open with that. Straight, like, slight segue. This isn't going to make it in, so we'll segue anyway. my actual opener was the Mailbag classic of what's the largest animal you could single-handedly cling film to a lamppost.
Go for it.
And she said a big dog.
Oh, that was your opener.
Yeah, that was genuinely my opener.
Oh, okay.
That was the first thing I sent to her.
You take a Max with you tonight then, and some cling film.
She does seem very excited about Max. She obviously because Max is a lovely fella.
Yeah.
So back to Phil and Chloe. So Tia found out that Phil had been goosing Chloe. She wasn't very happy about it, and there was all manner of sort of side plots and character arcs and little twists and tweets that did not age well. And then other people started coming out of the woodwork. So there was a girl messaged Tia saying that Phil had also been messaging her seedy behavior. She was 17. And prior to that, Phil had to have a DNA test done to prove he wasn't this girl's dad.
Oh,
so I mean, it's full on child behavior. It's less. If you're listening to this on Patreon, you're not going to get the best out of this. If you've waited and watched this on YouTube, Les's face there was just absolutely fucking incredible because he wasn't expecting any of this.
I didn't go that far into the story.
There was no point where Les knew where that story was going, and his face gave lie to it.
So have you finished? Yeah.
No, we're still going.
Okay, crack on.
We've just covered part of it.
We're going just like Phil, apparently.
There was a pasta bake. Chloe made Tia a pasta bake while Chloe had stayed in the house while Tia went to work with Tia's dad, Phil.
Nothing says I'm goosing your alpha like a pasta bake, does it?
Well, was it an apology pasta bake, or was it?
Yes, I mean, well, yes, but Tia didn't know this at the time. Tia just thought it was
apology pasta bake.
Tia just thought it was a friendly gesture, when in fact they'd probably promised her tea, spent the whole day goosing, and then gone, shit, what can we make? And checked the cupboards, and there was pasta and some
ready, steady cook
and stuff. Yeah, proper Ainsley Harriott behaviour.
I've got an image in my brain of just the top of the pasta bake, just in written in cheeses. Sorry for goosing your dad.
Yeah, so then there was where after all the revelations came out and Tia's Twitter followers jumped from 700 up to 4,000 in about 2 hours. There ended up being a Twitter space which was hosted by the boyfriend / ex-boyfriend of Chloe, and all sorts of details came out in the wash, and it was just unmissable radio. So yeah, basically it's just carnage, and Tia has decided that her life melting down was the perfect content for strangers on the internet, and God bless her for that. God bless her for sharing that, because if I found out that my dad had been goosing one of my friends, I'd have been pretty fucking shocked. It would have involved a massive lifestyle choice. But the last thing I would have been doing would be rushing to tell strangers that it had happened.
And pinning the tweet as well.
I mean, Fairfax, I've seen somebody say that she's pinned the tweet for the attention, for the clout, so she can get a deal with Pretty Little Thing to advertise clothes and stuff. And if that is her end game, then fucking go get that bag, queen. Make it happen. You do what you need to do to get ahead in life. I will fully support it, and I will be here for it.
We've all got the same 24 hours in a day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So as to the whereabouts, I think Phil and Chloe are currently holed up at Pontins in Southport in a chalet, doing chalet things.
They're in Scarborough. Not even
Scarborough's
by the sea.
Great.
But they're not by the sea. They're not by the sea.
I haven't been to Scarborough in years. Have you all been to Scarborough?
I've never been to Scarborough.
Oh, you should go to Scarborough. It's a great place.
Oh well, so they're in Scarborough, but they're in the edge of Scarborough.
They're the outskirts.
Yeah. Like they couldn't afford to go to the sea bit, so they've just like hunkered down in Scarborough. So they got to like train it in and out, and it's a bit of a ball ache.
Yeah. There's like a cable car that goes up the big hill in Scarborough. It's nice. There's not much to see because you get to the top of the hill and all there is Scarborough. But it's not far from Whitby either.
Is it the sort of place you'd take a new friend?
No.
No, okay.
No. Not like York.
No, okay.
Definitely not like York.
Fair enough.
So yeah, that's. I mean, none of this is making it in, so it's all pointless.
It's in. It's in now. Let's go on YouTube. It's in.
That's all that matters.
That's not here. That's not here.
We'll move on from Phil, Chloe, Tia, and York, and one from me and Gary H. Fanta Scruff or Dear Mr Hicks. You can only keep one. Matt's keeping.
What?
Fanta Scruff or Dear Mr Hicks. You can keep one.
As a memory or alive?
Ooh. Well,
that's a big distinction.
Fanta Scruff is only a memory now, isn't he, really?
Is he dead?
I think he died.
Did he die?
I think he died of his injuries.
I thought he was dead.
Fair play.
Walking up behind you in town.
Fair play. None of this is making it in either, so we may as well just go all in now. So does he mean like as a memory, or would you kill these people?
Oh no, so you can only keep one. So yeah, so basically Fanta Scruff can happen and we all have that joy, or Dear Mr Hicks can happen and we all have that joy.
100% Dear Mr Hicks, because there's so much variation in it. Like
it's the right answer.
I can dine out on that content for years.
Yeah.
Like, is it like honestly that one bit of Fitzmaurice looking very, very unsure of the very blue suggestions that are coming out of your man next to him? That could sustain me until I die, to be honest with you. Amazing.
Yeah, I've got that clip and saved.
It's the little side eye, isn't it, when Echo and the Bunnymen fella like comes out with the immortal line, and he just sort of like along it, he's going along with the whole family thing. Yeah, we're a family. We're all a big family all together. And it's like watching them being raped, and he just sort of goes.
Thing is as well, it's not just watching them being raped; it's being raped repeatedly.
It's that word. It's that word, and I just think in my brain, and I often think about this because I am quite a strange person. Is at some point he has weighed up just how much the pain of Liverpool hurt him, and a single rape was not enough, but a repeated rape did justify it, and that is the sort of brain I would love 24 hours in. If you could guarantee me a return ticket, I want 24 hours in that brain.
Can you imagine like an immersive IMAX experience inside his head?
Oh my God.
Like with the surround sound and the giant screen and the fucking seats that like rumble and stuff.
IMAX McCulloch.
It could be an exhibition like the Millennium Dome. Have kids go around it.
Instead of the big kid.
Yeah.
Same thing, being John Malkovich, but like the twisted Liverpool Mega Brain edition.
Like, so I'm not sure if I've Mandela syndrome myself or not, but is there a bit in the Dear Mr Hicks one where there's some fellow randomly on a boat?
Yes, there's a video of it, and it is very much. Do you know what? It is very, very much bolts and hose.
Yeah,
it is.
It has strong. Les put it up earlier, didn't you? On Twitter, and it is bolts and hose.
Yeah, like that video has everything. Hasn't it got like
he does shout, "We are Liverpool worldwide."
His prestige worldwide.
Like, he foreshadowed Step Brothers.
It's got little fat red men TV as well on it.
Yeah, it's got
little fat red men TV. The fella that looks like Yogi Bear.
Price. Yeah, it's got
Robbo from Heighton before the unpleasantness happened.
Yeah.
No, I'm not even going to say that one because that
definitely
will not make
say anything about any unpleasantness. Foxy's asked.
Anyway,
would you rather have the pace of Roadrunner at the strength of Obelix? Great shout, as he points out, Keith. Or the wisdom of Yoda? Explain your workings.
Is it not Obelix?
Could be Obelix.
Yeah, it's Obelix.
You
Obelix.
Absolute bugger. Who are you?
Asterix and Obelix.
Obelix.
Tomato?
Go for the skiing holiday now.
All right, okay, I'll start again. Would you rather have the pace of a Roadrunner, the strength of Obelix,
Oh, he almost twice it.
Why was Roadrunner Rhodesian?
or the wisdom of Yoda? Explain your workings.
What?
Why did Roadrunner become a Rhodesian farmer?
I know.
That's not making it.
Roadrunner.
No. What would you sooner have anyway?
Do you know what? I couldn't.
Would you rather be strong, fast, or clever?
I don't want to. I don't want to be clever because it's not. I don't think it'd be fun.
It's not always cracked up to be, is it, Mike?
I reckon being clever would be a burden.
Yeah, I think it'd be crap. Like it would not be fun. Like,
Matt,
anytime...
Is being clever any fun?
No. Okay, great, brilliant.
No, because basically we just spend our time pestering Matt to answer our stupid questions.
That's the thing. Like, I'm very fortunate to have Matt on basically speed dial. So if I need clever in my brain, I can outsource it to Matt. Like, it's fine.
There's an app for that.
Yeah, it works. It's grand.
It's called WhatsApp.
Yeah. So it's basically a toss-up between being dead fast and being dead strong. And being dead fast is one of them things that I just think sounds shit. What are you using that for? Like, because you know when people say, oh, you're dead fast, does that mean that when you run to places, it's any less tiring than if you weren't really fast?
Being dead fast has got me out of a lot of fights in my teenage years. So I can vouch for being dead.
But being dead strong would have won you those fights.
Oh, no matter about the glass jaw, you don't know.
Yeah, but you just put him in a bear hug.
If you've not had your jaw tested, you don't know, do you? So just like...
Right, honestly, nobody is testing Obelix's jaw.
True.
He's fucking taking on all comers. Basically, I think what you need to work out here is, like, you've got three possible options. What can you make the most money from in the shortest space of time before it goes?
Strength.
I don't know. Roadrunner be being fast.
No, it's strength.
You just run that fast. Just
like
someone's painted on the side of a cliff.
Yeah, we were asked to show our working out on this, and I think like what you've got to work out is like for me, The Rock is richer than Usain Bolt. So
at the end of the day,
strength.
At the end of the day, if you're dead strong and you have zero charisma to go with it, then you can still hop off on a flight to like Benidorm or somewhere and get a gig. Matt's face then, and get a gig in one of them places where you basically use your genitals to crush big like concrete blocks and stuff. Like everyone's paying to see that.
Like Fraser Foster.
Would you not pay? Would you not pay to see that show, Les?
I've seen shows in Benidorm, so
Exactly.
Yeah. You see them for free in Benidorm. You don't have to pay. Fucking hell.
Well, this one you do. This is
what's horrible about that show is her daughter now does the same show.
So what was horrible was the light bulb and the razor blades. That was horrible.
I mean, none of it's nice.
No, it's not. It's not.
But the fact that it's become a family business is quite unnerving.
But yeah, so you'd have to pay for this one because you could line up like 12 concrete blocks, one on top of the other, and just like crack them all straight down the middle. I'd pay to watch
like
that.
A woodsman.
Yeah. Would you not pay to watch that? Matt,
like an expert lumberjack. Do you know
yes,
what?
You would.
I don't reckon any of this is actually getting broadcast.
No, this could be the first Blue Room after dark, couldn't it?
Well, that's the title, I think. That's the title.
After that.
Yeah.
This episode's going to be a TikTok video. That's how short it's going to be after all the edits.
Matt, what are you having?
Well, Roadrunner, because I've got the other two already.
It's the right answer. Love it, man. Love it.
That was smooth. That was
he has, though, hasn't he? Mikey's shaking your head, but he has.
I mean, has he, though?
Come on. He'd kick the shit out of Obelix.
Yeah, okay. Fine. Do you know what? Yeah.
Oh, I'd just rub him out because he's a fucking cartoon.
All that, yeah.
Bet you're fun at parties. Jesus Christ.
I bet you're fun on ski holidays.
I am. I'm bloke just fun on ski holidays.
Before honestly, the end of this,
honestly,
even though it's not getting broadcast, I need you to call Michael a Tory boy.
No, he can't do that because he's got principles. But no, honestly, I'm loads of fun on scale these. Get 12 concrete blocks lined up and away we'll go. It'll be loads of fun.
Let's get all the day.
Yeah. Laura's asked, anything good in your Facebook memories today? So just as a little bit of background there, Laura said this on this day, which is the 18th of February, 11 years ago. I'm so fit and dead. I like, and I hope he likes me back though, cause I'll be dead. Busted lids.
You are really
tech speak.
You are really, really lucky you've never had daughters, Les.
Oh God, I know.
Yeah.
Don't I know it?
I got a window into that world and I did not like it.
No.
No.
Yeah. So that was Laura's memory.
Yeah.
So 9 years ago, I was on an oil rig, and my Facebook memory was today. I'm mostly swearing at fiber optics. I've not tagged what oil rig I was on. I just know I was on a rig somewhere having a horrible time.
Hang on. You were on an oil rig?
Yeah.
Do better.
No, we are not going down this road.
Did you fly to that oil rig?
On a helicopter, nonetheless. Right. And 11 years ago, I Facebooked, just seen a paper boy with 4 bags. Fucking hardcore, wee man.
4 bags of what?
4 bags of papers.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I
what else would a paper boy have bags for?
I thought it was just 4 bags.
Selling smack or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Just 4 bags.
I mean,
might have been empty.
yeah, I know.
4 North Face tax one on top of the other.
Like 11 years ago, I was no longer living in Dundee, so that was irrelevant. So yeah, there was a paper boy carrying 4 bags of papers. So like, I hope he's all right, because I reckon that's the sort of thing that would kill a man early.
Yeah, it could be one of them where he's in the pub and like, oh God, look at him. He's about 50. He's only 25. He had a tough paper round, and he genuinely did have a really tough paper round.
Yeah, hard paper round, and it was a proper hard paper round because he had 4 bags full.
Yeah, fair.
Are you sure you weren't just like listening to nursery rhymes?
Pretty certain.
Okay.
Can you imagine it was a Sunday round as well? Like, I don't know if any of you did any.
Oh God, supplements.
Like Sunday papers were fucking horrible.
Did you do paper rounding?
I did. I had a morning paper round. I had a Sunday paper round. I had an evening paper round. And then I hit 15 and graduated to a milk round and did milk instead.
Oh my God, you would Google.
More money, but you had to get up earlier in the day. But you got free milk and you got gold top as well with the cream on the top.
You would Google.
I never got to drive the milk float.
I mean, as long as you weren't Pat Mustard, then that's fine.
I mean, not at 15. No, I was a young, naive, innocent thing. No, I wasn't.
No.
I was a horrible wee bastard. I was a young, naive, innocent thing at 12. After that, things went downhill rapidly.
Paper rounds kicked in.
It was a hard paper round. I needed a release from it.
First you get the papers, then you get the power.
became a media mogul at 14.
Matt, have you got any Facebook memories you want to share?
Man was just saying that one of the tracks on Radiohead's King of Limbs album was shite. And I listened to it back today, and it is shite.
Not the whole album, though.
Bet it is.
I can't stand that album.
You are banned from this conversation.
At this point, I would really like to hear Michael's thoughts on Radiohead.
No one needs to hear Michael's thoughts on Radiohead. Matt, King of Limbs.
I thought they went too far up themselves with that one.
Yeah.
I really do. They brought it back with the next one, but they went far too far up themselves.
It wasn't the best, but I do like it.
To be honest with you,
it was quite similar to Tom York's solo stuff, to be fair.
To be honest with you,
yeah,
pretty much. Let's be honest.
Mike, we're not listening to you talk about Radiohead.
That's fine. You don't have to listen. But all of that music does sound like it is recorded up someone. It's bad.
You're wrong. Have you got a Facebook memory for us?
Yes, I do actually. I do.
Go ahead.
My Facebook memory was not it was not words. It was a photograph that was of me having a very nice time in university. This time, 11 years ago.
Can we see it?
I mean, at some point, but not right now. It's just me looking very smiley in the middle of a nightclub, which I never ever do now anymore, which is a very long time ago.
I really wanted like a Chad Kroger moment. Look at this photograph.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. That's not going to happen. Sorry about that. But yeah, and it made me realise that was a very, very, very long time ago now. You know,
I just sang on a podcast.
You did?
You have.
Sad times.
Yeah.
This is
all right,
the beginning and the end.
I mean, it's not the worst thing you've done in the past, what, half an hour?
Have I done worse?
Yeah.
I didn't do worse. Phil and Chloe did worse.
That's definitely true. They did the worstest.
They did.
They
But
did
anyway,
some
my
bad
Facebook
things.
memory, it was from a couple of days ago. I had one that brought up the fact that if you type gobshite into Google and put it in maps, it goes to Anfield. So that was a memory a few days ago because I put that on Facebook. So I tried it again and it doesn't work anymore.
Cop-out.
Such a shame. Taking that from us as well.
Also, I'm fairly sure Laura's question said today. So you've just like blatantly flouted the laws there.
Yeah.
My show, mate. Can. Fine.
You told us off for this earlier.
No. Remember when he did points?
I didn't tell it.
Do you remember points?
Remember points?
I was
Remember
unbeaten on Mailbag.
I just tried to add a little bit of, I don't know, something to it.
You need a bit of zing. You need to spice up your Mailbag marriage.
Yeah.
The last time Mailbag had points, I won.
You did. It was the Royal Rumble.
No one
It
cares.
was the Royal Rumble, and I cheated because I like cashed in my money in the bank to beat Laura.
Oh my God, you did as well.
Was absolutely fuming.
But do you know what? It doesn't matter because it's like NFT money. It doesn't really exist. The points are not real.
He went. He was totally made up.
But the pride was real.
Yeah.
The pride of being the Mailbag Royal Rumble champion.
That should be your opener when you meet your friend tonight.
That's on my CV.
Who was the Royal Rumble champion 2020?
Do you want to buy a JPEG of your pride off me?
Am I or am I not a monkey in this JPEG?
I mean, you're definitely doing something, but you know, we'll leave that up to the imagination.
I would buy that. I would buy that JPEG. Michael, I want to buy you a rock.
Adam Jones has asked if you could have one person be a surprise Mr Testicles suit wearer at Everton, who would it be and why? Laura said Paddy Boyland, which is a good show.
Oh, that'd be lovely.
Paddy
I'm thinking of this
Mr.
like
Testicles would be hilarious.
It would. It's like I think it is like a masked singer at Everton, and they just reveal her at half time. So if he comes out and does some keep ups or something.
See, I'd prefer it if it was Paddy. I'd like to curse him with it for eternity. So he's got to do it every single time.
Yeah, and he can never reveal that it's him.
Yeah,
but we all know.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That would be even worse.
If we're doing the halftime reveal, you've got to go for the biggest Everton villain, haven't you? So I think Ronald Koeman. And he rips his mask off at halftime. Yeah.
Is he?
Really?
I mean, he's up there.
No, he's not.
As in internal ones. We have external villains.
He was just a man who liked the bevy in Ellesmere Port. That was it.
He was pretty fucking horrible.
Do you know what the weird thing about that is? The pubs in Ellesmere Port is shit.
Are they?
They are horrendous. Never go drinking in Ellesmere Port.
What's the best pub in Ellesmere Port, those?
I don't know.
There isn't one. Doesn't exist.
There's not.
Slide along the coast a little bit and drinking Rock Ferry and it becomes a bit more respectable.
Oh, the refreshment rooms in Rock Ferry is a wonderful gaff. Wonderful.
That sounds very old timey in its
It's a good little it's a good little boozer. It's good. It's decent food as well.
We have lots of good drinking establishments on this side of the water. These heathens just do not fucking appreciate it.
No.
Listen to him.
I am a resident of Monster Island.
You are.
Mike, you've been the Irby Mill and you know it's good.
That was nice, that.
The Irby Mill is lovely.
Good.
Very, very
the
nice.
White Lion in West Kirby is one of the best pubs.
Last time we went there, it was like 6:30 on a Sunday, and they said they were shut.
Really?
Yeah, and it was full of people, and they were like, "Sorry, lads, we're shut." Yeah. pathetic.
What was the
Yeah.
question?
Pathetic.
Who would you have as Mr Testicles? So I think we all agreed on Paddy.
No, I'd
Paddy,
like. I'd like Paddy as Mr Tezzies. But I do think you get more mileage out of. It's got to be someone who'd embrace the role, because Paddy's not going to embrace that role, is he? Let's be honest.
Paddy's not a
And-
showman, is he? He's
Paddy didn't
very,
even embrace Mailbag.
he's
So,
very reserved, Paddy.
so what I would
he's
quite like is Mr Testicles to wear jeans for this. I'd like him to wear jeans first of all.
But right, okay, so like obviously he is the testicles,
Yeah.
but in his jeans, would he have like mini testicles hanging out of the jeans also
Well, no, he's not going to expose his own testicles through the
to
jeans.
fully be
Just kids
Mr.
there, Keith.
Testicle?
Exposing the testicles above the waistline. That's
Fine,
But below,
fine.
that's just obscene.
Yeah, but below it's a bit off.
Yeah.
I mean, fair play. You've just outed yourself as wanting to dress up as Mr. Testicles with no bottom half on, but fair enough.
No, have the bottom half on, but just have
We'll
your
just
balls
get
hanging
your
out.
bollocks out.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So that's even worse.
This question
Run about
didn't
showing
need to be
brain.
this difficult, It really didn't.
It did. It did, didn't it?
Like,
I mean-
like who you having as Mr Testicles?
I am
In
having
jeans.
I'm having my Mr. Testicles wearing jeans. I'm also having him be about 6'8". And this man is an absolute legend. He's a legend when it comes to Everton folklore, let's be honest.
How have you shoehorned this in?
Is
I am in awe.
He's the first person that came to mind when I thought about an absolutely giant pet of testicles. And you make of that what you will. So I would have Lucina Traore do his little half-time jog like Aidan McGeady himself did in his jeans. Not ripped jeans. I don't want ripped jeans. I want full
Tip of Aidan
jeans.
McGeady's jeans.
And I do also think he'd be wearing very, very white shoes, because he strikes me the sort of man who'd wear a quite skinny jean with quite white shoes. So that's what I'd like from Big Lass for the halftime jog on as Mr. Tezzies.
Shout. The suit could be like a hat for him, though. He's that big.
You'd have to get a bigger suit,
Yeah.
because otherwise it'd go like, it would end above his belly button.
Yeah.
And he'd have sort of like a crop top area between his jeans and the suit.
And we don't want any of that sauciness.
No, we
None of
don't,
that.
evidently.
Matt?
I'd have Luca Dean so we can bottle him every week.
Or Miss? Clearly.
Yeah, we should try, but
What's the crack with Tweedle getting banned for life? Then that woman gets banned for 3 years for racism, and then no one from Leeds gets banned.
I mean, the racism's a lifetime ban, isn't it? Straight off.
She
It
got
should
like a
be.
3-year ban, didn't she?
No, it
Yeah.
like it should be.
Oh god, yeah,
It
it should
should
be,
be,
yeah,
yeah.
100%. Yeah.
But it's like, if you are a grown adult who comes into a football match and does a racism, sorry, you are banned for life.
Yeah,
You
you're
are
not.
Yep.
That's not like racism. Isn't a drunken outburst.
No.
You don't drunkenly racially abuse someone.
No.
That is an inbuilt character flaw of yours,
Yeah.
and it's not going away. So fuck off, get rid. Like,
Should be mandatory
if
points
you
to the side of the
lose your
head.
head in the moment, in the heat of the moment, and lash a bottle at a footballer, which didn't even hit the footballer, which should be mitigating. Yeah, like fair enough, you've got to give a some sort of a ban in order, but 3 years is probably fair enough.
Yeah.
On the Leeds one, right? On the Leeds one. So obviously, I sit lower Bullens, and there was a bit of a kick off and whatnot, and then the police started, like they threw the bottle at Seamus Coleman, and I'm very disappointed that he didn't pick it up and pretend to drink from it, because that would have riled them up massively. About 2 seconds later, someone from the paddock launched like a full bottle of Coke into the Leeds end, and this thing was fucking traveling, like Olympic hammer thrower style throw. This, it was going at rates, and I really, really hope it hits some fucking horrible, like fucking skinhead face tattoos, like Leeds fan right in the side of the jaw, because it would have done some damage.
I was also thinking, people need to stop saying the word bottle, because bottle makes it sound like someone's picked up a bottle of like Corona or something and lashed it and it's exploded. You've got to say plastic bottle, because let's be honest, like a half full or empty Lucozade bottle hitting you is like a balloon hitting you, isn't it? Like,
Oh no, we're going to call them missiles.
Thrown.
They're throwing missiles, aren't they?
yeah, it's
Missile.
like
It's like when
torpedoes.
Copeye threw his mobile phone at Wayne Rooney. I mean, of all the things you can throw, your mobile phone has got to be the worst thing.
yeah, surely you're picking your keys before your mobile phone.
So, yeah, look, something that can't quite so readily identify you for a start.
Yeah. Like,
You want to chuck your keys, but keep them on a really long string so you can pull them back.
Oh, do you remember them? Like the little mad ones, you could do that and it would snap straight back.
It was like a little carabiner on the end as well, wasn't it? Oh, they were the gear.
Yeah, big into that.
What you actually need is a wallet chain. So you can like whip at the player, but then pull it back.
Oh.
That's another, I'll be honest with you, that's getting clipped as well, is Keith saying, what you actually need is a wallet chain. Yeah, that's getting clipped as well now.
So you're gonna start.
Can you imagine like a wallet chain with like some sort of like a missile, shall we say, on the end, where you can whip it at the player, but then retract it again.
Like a wallet.
I mean, that wouldn't do much damage, would it?
So what are you putting on the end? Toffee apple?
Brick.
Okay, great.
A Timberland boot.
I'm big into the idea of no context Keith Tomlin, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Big into that.
Do you know what? See as a Twitter account, that would do numbers.
It would. What's the worst weather, sorry Mike, you've ever experienced at a game? You don't have to answer this one if you don't want to.
Do you know what? I genuinely do not remember. I don't remember what the worst one was, because let's be honest, it's usually quite crap in it. There's been some where I've properly frozen. Wolfsburg away was horrible. Like, I thought my fingers and my toes were going to fall off. But like, let's be honest, it's always horrible, innit? Like people, I was talking about this the other night when we went out for a couple of drinks, was I've never worn shorts to the match because I just don't think you can ever risk it. Like, no matter how nice the weather is, it's always cold in that place. It's always cold. It is.
I remember one game, I think, against Southampton, and the park end was boiling hot. It was like, I think it was an August game.
Watford at home when Rob Vera was across was fucking roasting. I had my flamingo shorts on. It was great.
Is that when you got taken on the bus?
Yes.
That was the worst thing Matt Jones has ever done in his life.
And he's done bad things.
He's done bad things.
Yeah.
He's done terrible things. But he suggested getting on a bus when we already had fucking train tickets and could have just walked to Kirkdale.
Even the walk into town isn't that bad on a sunny day.
Let's get on a bus. And the bus took an hour.
Oh, it's heavy.
There was a fella on the bus in a suit.
It
was 30 degrees out and he had a fucking suit on.
I really hope that Matt Jones hasn't edited out all the things that we've just brought up that he did that were terrible over the course of the past 3 or 4 years.
He's honest, like, dude, Les, just publish it.
Yeah.
Just
if he's come back and they are now missing, all we can say is that man is pure evil.
If they're missing, we've got copies of
We will out him as an evil genius. Right. Steve. Worst weather ever at the football match, just to bring us slightly back on topic, is Fiorentina away.
Was what?
Fiorentina away. It was fucking torrential rain, like properly like cats and dogs weather.
You're stuck in a cage at the side of the ground as well.
So you'd been marched from town in like this column by the busies, like fucking bridge over the River Kwai. And like every so often they just batter somebody across the legs with a baton for no reason whatsoever, other than to like make haste. Then you get into this plastic fucking cube, which was like, it was raining that heavily. I was convinced this thing was going to fucking fill up and we'd have to like tread water to watch the match. And then Everton were just absolutely dog shit. And it was Christian Vieri, wasn't it? Scored. And we were horrendous. And yeah, that was like, that's literally the only European away I've ever done is one of Everton's worst. So, but it's terrible, but it's Everton.
Exactly.
It's either that or like going to watch any game at Inverness Caledonian Thistle because it is like fucking ice station zebra. It's horrendous.
If no one's seen the ground, Google it. It's very picturesque, but looks frigging freezing.
Bramley Moor's going to be loads of fun.
I hope because of like the enclosed design, it stops crosswinds.
It's got wind baffles on it, so it's all right.
Like it's going to be cold. Let's be honest.
I just remember them saying when it was getting designed, there's wind baffles.
Right, what's a wind baffle?
Don't know.
If you'd read the PDF that Matt shared earlier, instead of putting a funny meme in as a response, you would know what a wind baffle is.
I just see, this is the thing I can ask Matt, and this is the plan in action. Matt, what's a wind baffle?
it basically just like
don't tell him, Matt. Don't tell him.
It just breaks the wind up. So without the wind baffles, the wind would just go around the side of the stadium and just go like, you know, whenever you go past the big tall building and it's windy, especially in like fucking Manchester, and you just got taken off your feet. But if there's like wind baffles along the way, it'll just sort of chop it up and just make it a bit less. You know what I mean?
There you go.
Honestly, everyone, outsource your clever. It is brilliant. It is life changing.
I mean, if we're not going with After Dark, Outsource Your Clever is a very good title of the podcast.
Got a few options here, actually. Matt, what's your worst weather at a game?
Probably Wigan away that time. It was like -10 or something stupid. And at half time, everyone went down into the concourse just to get warm. And they actually came up on the tannoy like, can the Everton fans please return to their seats because it's not safe for you all to be in the concourse at the same time? I'm just looking like, hang on, this is a stadium built in like the last 20 years. How the hell is the concourse not big enough to accommodate the whole stand? Just standing up, not moving or nothing, not, you know, trying to get out, just being in there.
And I'd like penguins keep them warm.
Yeah, pretty much, because it was absolutely horrible. And I think we drew 1-1 or something. We'll go back to like...
Is that when Ferguson got sent off?
No, it was after that. This is like 20, I don't know, 11 or something like that. Feb 2012.
All right. My one.
Anichibi came off the bench to equalise late on.
Anichibi was often good for that. For my one, you'd be surprised. I want to take you back to the 90s. Everton playing Oldham. There you go. Everton playing Oldham at Goodison Park. I think it's early March. No, sorry, it's end of February. And it's a really nice day. It's quite warm. My mate decided to go in just a t-shirt, which was foolish. Time of year.
Wait, just a t-shirt?
Well, he had kecks on. No, he had Mr Testicles legs and just a t-shirt.
Yeah. Where his balls hanging out.
He went without a coat or a jumper, let's put it that way. Because it was actually quite warm. By half time, it was snowing. It was genuinely such a weird day. I had a look on Everton results to see how the scores went. And Everton were 2-0 up on 61 minutes. Peter Beardsley scored a pen on 20. Stuart Barlow scored on 61. And Neil Adams, I think was former Everton fullback, scored an 87th minute penalty and an 88th minute equaliser.
Oh.
So fire that on the twat of a day, I think.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Always take a coat the match.
Always. Even in August. Last couple of questions. Adam Sutton, real big hitter. This is the important stuff. Favourite flavour of jam to have with crumpets?
Jam shite.
Hard disagree. Jam is sound, but it has no fucking place on a crumpet.
No, jam's
hard agree.
Jam's just
hard
shite.
agree.
If you're having a crumpet, you toast it and you put butter on. That's it.
What you put
That's
jam
all
on?
you're putting on a crumpet.
What you put jam on?
Right?
What you put jam on?
Croissant. Freshly baked croissant with butter and jam is fucking sensational gear.
It's doing nothing for me, mate.
Well, try it and it will do lots of things for you. It is a taste sensation.
No.
You can't put sweet on a crumpet because it's like potato based, isn't it?
Yeah,
Is it?
yeah, I'm for that.
Is
I
a
think,
crumpet potato based?
of course it is.
Pretty sure it is.
Crumpet, innit?
I thought it was just like, I thought it was a bready product.
Yeah, me
Bready,
too.
bready potato, innit?
I
Like,
didn't realise there was a potato in crumpet.
Bready
I tell you
potato.
what, I do realise about crumpets is you fucking have to work very, very hard to burn one.
To burn the fucker. You do.
yeah.
36 minutes in a level 9 Breville. Otherwise,
We'll see.
GBNF to that crumpet.
that crumpet was essentially the dog the Russians sent into space.
Oh, don't.
That crumpet died for our scientific experiments.
What was
God
the name of
bless
that
you,
dog,
Lasker.
Matt?
God bless you.
Like her.
See, outsource
Like
you
that,
clever,
Lasker.
everyone.
There you go. That's the one.
Outsource you clever.
I'm gonna whip through these now because Keith's got to go out to meet his friend. Donna's is
Wait. A new friend.
New friend.
friend.
Sorry, yeah.
New
New friend that
friend.
none of us know.
Ah.
Yeah. Favourite Everton chants that never got sung at Goodison.
The Dominic Calvert-Lewin one is, I still think it should be a thing.
Yes.
That's an amazing chant.
What was that?
It's on Only You.
Only you.
Oh yeah.
By Yazoo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very, very good chant.
And the Flying Pickets did an a cappella version.
Yeah.
That was just number one.
Signed from Sheffield United for £1 million.
Calvert-Lewin.
Calvert-Lewin. Sung twice on a podcast.
But that one is very, very good. I love that one. And it's still one that people should get going. Because now that like the ending lyrics have evolved to have less very, very harsh swearsies in them, then yes, I'm big into it.
I was impressed that the Common People one, Ellie got sung at Goodison. I never thought that would make it into the actual ground.
There's too much did it is, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a bit too much to do.
There's also no need for the second alley. The second alley is excessive. You could just have a deli in there.
Also, he shaved his dreadlocks off.
He has as well. So
Apart from that, Mrs. Kennedy, how was your trip to Dallas?
I like the I'll be honest, I like the Van der Beek one. I'm big into that.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm big into that. It's
But
very simple.
it needs Everton words rather than the original words to the song.
Yeah, but that's the problem is that we all think the best ones are the ones with like complicated words that have like
No. It
whereas
doesn't need
the Gladys
complicated
Street
words.
can only really do 3 words. Like any more than 3 words, and that's you're gonna have a problem trying to get that off the ground.
And all of those words are Everton.
There's some tell you what, there's some brilliant coach songs, but they never translate to
listen to the coaches and Underneath the Ground.
Do you remember the Yelovich one?
And you get in the ground, it's like
Passenger by Iggy Pop.
What was that?
There was a Yelovich one, Passenger by
Yeah.
I'll find the video of it later. It was an absolute fucking rammer, but it would never have worked inside the ground. It only works on a bus.
Yeah.
I still think that Calvert-Lewin one would win Eurovision.
That Calvert-Lewin one, genuinely, is one of my favourite ones to sing drunk in a pub.
It is. It's very good.
It's fucking brilliant. I reckon if we beat City, we're not beating City.
Not beating City.
If we beat City, we get back to the Denby Castle afterwards and sing the Calvert-Lewin song. I will even get them to play it over the media outlet that they have.
Why not?
We will
Speakers.
Well, I was thinking Spotify or whatever they have that pipes through the music. I was going generic. So my favourite song that never made it as an Everton song
Gramophone.
is because the player never made it as an Everton player, and it made me really sad. And it was Apostolos Velios, and I just think it would have been great to hear the whole Gladys Street sing. He's tall, he's Greek, he bought a house and speak Velios.
That is a belter. Great looking fella, not so great at football, unfortunately.
He was a handsome boy, wasn't he?
He was a handsome beast.
Scored a belter though against Spurs, didn't he? In the 2-1 game.
Against Chelsea?
No, he didn't score it. He
I know he had the assist, but I thought he scored the first one, and then Yelovich scored the second.
Did he?
Didn't he? No, he didn't. He didn't. It was Pinar with a header from about 20 yards.
Yeah,
he assisted Yelovich.
The second one, he did an overhead assist.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Favourite song?
It's kind of a cheat answer because it has actually made it eventually back onto the terraces. But that We Are the Goodison Gang song, which was on the
Yes.
Golden Vision documentary,
They
and the
sang
clip
it.
started to go round like in 2020, and it's been sang in loads of away ends this season, and it's
It was-
finally made its way to Goodison the past couple of games.
Yeah, it was really
they
good.
sang it
Chelsea
at the
away, to
Leeds
be
game,
honest.
didn't they? What an absolute belter that is.
Yeah. Another good one as well, Onward Evertonians. That precedes We Shall Move, which is a belter.
Yeah, you should sing them in order, shouldn't you?
Yeah, we need to get on with Evertonians going again because we're
Turn your hymn
definitely
books to
winning the
page
FA Cup.
3.
I really like when like Everton are on the telly and like away, and you can hear the away end singing the Here We Go version.
Oh, it's great.
Rather than Everton, they sing the Here We Go, and then they move into side by side as we sing along together. It's just it's very pleasing.
Is magnificent in that.
And what another really good one is, a couple of times recently, the Gladys Street have sang Spirit of the Blues and included the woo.
It's sensational.
Of course, you got it.
Yeah.
The woo is brilliant when everyone in unison does the woo.
Yeah.
Clip that one, Michael.
Last question from Warren. What was the best unexpected surprise you've ever had? This is in light of him getting an extra day off because of the storm. Mike, sorry, more weather chat, but...
That's fine. We don't have to do weather chat. You just mentioned weather chat. Do you know what? This bank holiday thing, I'm big into this. This is a nice little surprise. I didn't know there was like bank holidays going on and all that for the Queen being dead old. Didn't know that. Like, I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna use my theory once more. Matt, can you just describe to me once more what is the sketch with the bank holidays for the Queen being dead old?
Should give us an extra bank holiday, and they've moved the one from the end of May to be next to it. So we've got Thursday through Sunday off.
Wait, so it's not two extra bank holidays?
Oh, so we're not getting one.
No,
in
it's
May?
one extra.
No,
we're getting one at the start of May, but we normally have one at the end of May.
Oh yeah,
That's been moved by a week.
Cheeky that.
I'm absolutely
But then we're getting one more.
fuming about this because
that would have made it a 3-day week.
The bank holiday in May normally falls around my birthday.
Yeah,
it is a 3-day week,
but it's into June now. Now, if you time it right, so obviously, like it's Thursday to Sunday.
Yeah. But a 2-day week.
Well, if you time it right, the Thursday to Sunday. If you put leave in for the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you get 9 days off for 3 days leave.
Nice.
Right. What I will also tell our listeners here is
no one's still listening, by the way.
Yeah,
no. Not on that point.
This is not going out.
Just in case this makes it past, right? This is probably the only bit that's making it past the censors. Is if you book off the Tuesday to the Friday after Easter, you get 10 days off for 4 days leave. So you're off from Good Friday through the long weekend. Then you have your 4 days leave, and then you've got the weekend at the end of it. So it's 10 days off for 4 days leave.
Caveat is everyone does that. So you probably missed the boat already to book that if your company has one of them policies where not everyone can have leave at the same time.
I've done it.
If not, get in early or get in now.
I had my fun, and that's all that matters.
Or get in late, as Matt would say.
Or just fucking take it off anyway, because everyone else is off anyway. So who's going to check if you're there?
It is that.
I don't know. I'm weird with me Easter time off. You know, I'm never like jonesing for time off around Easter. I don't know why, but the Christmas one, I've always got to have at least 2 weeks on Christmas. Always.
I did that for the first time ever this year. It was amazing.
Oh, it's nice.
It's otherworldly, in it, lads.
Yeah.
I finished on the 22nd, I think, and didn't go back until like the 5th, which is nothing compared to Michael's like fucking extravagant month off.
23rd of December until the 17th of January.
Oh my god,
that's an effort. That
I mean, that's doing it.
It was perfect. I don't think I put trousers on for about 10 days.
I would have done similar, but I didn't have the leave days because like it got sprung on me about like a month before Christmas that our leave year didn't run until like from the 1st of January till the 31st of December.
Oh, they do the financial year thing.
It's a financial year leave. So 1st of April to 31st of March, which was infuriating because I was just going to take January off.
That was one of the worst unexpected surprises, maybe.
That was a terrible unexpected surprise. Do you know what? I actually can't think of one. And this is why I should start doing prep for podcasts and actually think about things. But I can't think of a nice, unexpected surprise I've had.
The first thing that came to my head was both my kids, but we'll move on. Matt, what's yours?
Surprise that I make for myself. So if you got like a suit that you always wear for events or like a funeral suit or something like that, when you hang it up after you finish using it, stick 20 quid in the pocket. So next time you come to use it, you'll find it.
It's a
lovely surprise every single time.
If you did that last year, it'd be worth about 12 quid now, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It's like
or if it's a paper 20.
Granddad.
Yeah. Honestly, it's such a good trick to do to yourself.
That's a cracking shout.
It's not, though, is it?
It's a surprise for your future self.
Great, yeah. Next time, so you put 20 quid in your funeral suit. So next time you're at the bar at a wake, you go, oh, there's 20 quid. Great, yeah. No.
Bad news, someone's died. Good news, 20 quid.
This is going to take things very morbid, but like, how fucking good is the piss up after a funeral?
The best. The absolute best.
Like, genuinely.
Get as wrecked at any other function.
It's
a funeral.
Yeah, it's better than a wedding. Like, a Scottish funeral is better than a Scottish wedding, right? Genuinely, at my mum's funeral, one of my cousins, we had to phone an ambulance for him because he was absolutely fucking slaughtered and could not like stand up under his own steam. This was at 2:30 in the afternoon on a Tuesday.
The thing is, what's stopping you?
Fucking, like, genuinely, like, morbid as fuck. If you get the chance, go to a Scottish funeral.
You're going to get told off for the amount of swearing you're doing, you know?
I mean, I get told off all the time.
You do.
I get told off for like swearing. I get told off for internet harassment. I get told off for all sorts of things.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
That took a turn.
And that was all for this week's mailbag.
That's not making it past the censors.
I would like to say thanks to Keith, thanks to Mike, thanks to Matt, thanks to everyone who sent questions in. We will catch you next week.